There have been so many changes happening at the back end, especially in the month of February, as the new exam, that is PT Core, once that was accepted. Does this have any impact on the PT Academic? What are the working tips? Are there any students who got this 79 plus, especially after the announcement of PT Core? Do the trial questions still count? If I leave the trial questions, do I get low scores? And many questions. Well, if you are wondering with all these questions, then trust me, today's video is that video which explains you everything about the tips that work in 2024, especially in the month of February. All you're going to do is make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome power-packed video on those working tips in 2024 with all the latest updates about the PT Core exam. Will that have any implications on PT Academic? And many things. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. And anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can WhatsApp us to the number given in the description of this video, or you can give us a call. I'll be there, we will be there to help you, guide you in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get into the video. Let me just share my screen. All working tips 2024. Yes, we are talking about all the tips for all the modules. Quickly, it can be a short video. But before that, do we have any students who got 79 plus in the recent exams as far as the PT Academic is concerned? So many. I'm just sharing one here, recent one that was. Let's start with the very first step, the very first module, read aloud. Can I still read one line and get marks? Guys, there are people who are still getting that, but I don't suggest. It also depends on many factors like your voice, pitch, and so many things. So don't get into that. It's a very simple module. Make sure you speak full. Listen to me, this is the best strategy a teacher can give you, because there are a lot of changes happening. You also know the trial questions were introduced in December, and we are wondering that these trial questions would come for PT Academic. Rather, it was introduced for PT Core. That means Pearson was taking free data from us. We were paying for it. And they took the free data by introducing two modules, by telling that will not be scored, and it is properly introduced. One of the trial questions, like respond to a situation, many would have got if you had given exam last month or December mid. Those people would have got this trial questions, and that trial question, one of them, respond to a situation, is in PT Core, which is accepted for Canadian PR. Okay, that's separate. So what I am telling you, there are a lot of things happening at the back end. So it's not safe. It's very risky to go with one line, but it may work as well. Recently, I have never asked my students who are registered for the course as well to go with one line, but some have gone and got it, like pretty decent score. But I never suggest this. Read full. To be on the safer side, it's not worth taking a risk. All right, read full, read full, read full. Give the enough data to the software. All right. Read aloud. The tips mostly remain the same, but remember, whatever you do in the read aloud, see, this is irrespective of whether you are for PT Academic or PT Core, it's the same module. PT Academic and Core is only two modules. Essay is not there, written lecture is not there in PT Core. Instead of essay, you have write an email. Instead of written lecture, you have respond to a situation. Rest all the same. It's the same exam with a new name. That's it. Okay. So whatever I'm talking now for PT Academic definitely applies for PT Core as well. All right. So read aloud is the first module. They're going to give you a paragraph. You just have to read. So go naturally. Don't have to go fast. No need to rush. Difficult words, yes, can be still skipped. We verified. You can check Binu, whatever she has texted there. Difficult words you can skip. You try to speak them and you fumble, gone case. All right. But if you want, you can speak. But if you skip them also, there won't be any deduction of the marks towards your reading module, because read aloud in the speaking module is an integrated module, contributes 30 to 35 marks towards your speaking and reading separately. Okay. What gives you mark is fluency. Whatever the speed you maintain here, whatever the way you speak here, whatever the way you introduce the software yourself to, that I am this. The same way you are supposed to speak throughout the speaking section. In read aloud, I speak like this. In describe image, I speak different. That should never happen. Okay. But as difficult words can be skipped, I am going to show you one example of how to do read aloud. In the intricate dance of nature, pollination emerges as a captivating ballet, a choreography that sustains the vibrant tapestry of life. It is the delicate transfer of pollen, the powdery embodiment of potential from the male Another to the awaiting stigma of a female flower. It's a male anther, but I said another. Will that be a problem? No. But I, like gave a small pause that could affect the score. So, in a way, how do we speak for this? They're going to give you 30 seconds in the beginning to prepare. This word I don't know. 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 I'm going to skip all of this. Ballet I don't know. Okay, these 6 words if I skip, do I still get full marks to reading? 100% you will get full marks to reading. Then when do I lose marks? If you fumble. So, now I am going to show you how to skip and speak. In the intricate dance of nature, pollination emerges as a captivating that sustains the vibrant of life. It is the delicate transfer of pollen, the powdery of potential from the male to the awaiting of a female flower. Alright, so saying this, we will move on to the third tip. Repeat sentence, remember, remember, remember. Speak the way the speaker speaks. I am not asking you to speak with the same accent as the speaker. Remember, don't understand the way you want it, understand the way it is meant to be. Okay, I am only asking you to copy the speed and the the pauses that the speaker gives. Please come to the next seminar properly prepared. Please come to the seminar properly prepared. Don't speak like this. Okay, you don't have to copy the accent, but copy the speed. If the speaker goes slow, you go slow for a better marks. Wherever the speaker gives a pause, you also give the same pause at the same time if possible for a better mark. Alright, 50-60% content is still enough? Definitely yes. We've been testing this throughout. You don't have to speak the entire content. Even if you give, don't stick to 50% because you speak 50%, software understand 40%, marks will be low, little bit on a higher side, 60%. If there are 10 words, 6 words, 7 words, you speak and try to match. With a proper fluency, zero fumbling. Remember, just speaking 100% is not going to ensure that you get full marks from repeat sentence towards your speaking and listening, because again at another module that is integrated is this module, contributes marks to speaking and listening both. 30 marks, 60 marks it contributes. 50-60% if I speak, will I lose marks for content and listening? No, only marks will be lost when you speak less than 50% or when you fumble. Zero fumbles, zero hesitation, no urgency, aram se just take a deep breath, enjoy the module. When you hate this module, na marks gone. Just love the module even though you hate it, things will fall in place. Again I am telling you, if there are 10 words, make sure you speak 6-7 words. You should be able to get full marks. One technique, if you want me to share it here, don't listen full. If your capacity is 6 words, then listen to 6 words. If you listen to 10 words and try to speak 6 words, you cannot, because already 10 words are here, it is already mix and match, all biryani has happened. Make sure you listen less, speak less. You try to speak more, problem starts. So, when you practice as well, try to adopt this method, this strategy you employ, listen less, speak less, automatically things will fall in place, just trust me on this. Alright, describe image, content not a priority. Every day I get messages from people. I've been trying this method in xyz.com. You decide what is that xyz.com. By the way, you also can create xyz.com. Remember this. You just need some 1 or 2 lakh Indian rupees. That's it. You can create this xyz.com and give scores. So, people have been texting me, I followed yours in xyz.com, I am not getting marks for content. You don't need to give marks for content because Pearson is different, xyz.com is different. In the Pearson exam, this works. Content not a priority. If you want to give the content, you give. Otherwise, if you don't want to also, it's fine. Any template, you can check my describe image video. Template videos, I have given a generic template where you, if you want, you put some keywords, 2, 3 or 4. Otherwise, that's also not required. What matters here is fluency. What is fluency? The way you did in the read aloud, same way you have to speak. Any template is fine. Make sure to speak the same way the read aloud you spoke. 25 seconds is more than enough. Don't have to speak for 40 seconds. This is true with respect to PT Core or PT Academic. By the way, both are same exam only. Alright, written lecture. Avoid using keywords even for PT Academic. In PT Core, you don't have this module. Instead of this, you have respond to a situation. The same thing can be applied at the end of the day. It's a computer. Alright. Well, soon I am going to make a video on respond to situation as well. Follow the channel for more updates. But yes, written lecture using keywords, we are still seeing people getting low scores. Especially if you want 50-58, you can use keyword and finish it off. The lecture gives the important key points and relevant information about the king. In the beginning, the speaker explained about the city. Later, speaker mentioned about the importance of the queen. Can I speak like this? For 50-58 is fine. For 65-79, I never recommend this because this method keyword method has lot of potential to take away, to gulp lot of marks towards your listening. Your listening will go down. Use phrases. Check my written lecture video. It's a very simple way to write phrases. You just have to listen for 5 seconds, write for 5 seconds. It's a very simple way of doing it. Check my written lecture video, but use phrases instead of keywords. Any template is fine, but try to use the template that is quite lengthy so that you get that flow. The speaker talks, he says, it's not getting you, I mean like giving you the fluency. If you are self-sustainable, that I can create fluency on my own, then yes, you can use that. But if you think, no, it's not getting me the good fluency, because of that I am hesitating, then follow my template. You can check my other videos. Template skills PTE, you type, you get every template of mine. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about. In the beginning, the speaker explained about, see, this has lengthy sentences, as it is the fluency automatically flows in. Hope you are getting it. Make sure to speak the way as you do the read aloud. In the read aloud, you spoke comfortably, but here you already have learned the template. So, you tend to go fast unconsciously. Don't do that, because you have introduced yourself to the software via read aloud. So, it has learnt about you in the read aloud. In the written lecture, it should not think like, who is this another person speaking? Okay, don't give that shocks, surprising factors to the software. Speak the way you did in the read aloud throughout the speaking section, but repeat sentence, you can take some leverage and speak the way the speaker speaks. All right. Answer short question. If you know the answer, speak the answer. If you don't know the answer, repeat the question or speak something relevant to the question. Don't have to memorize the repeated questions for this. We have done many experiments wherein we skipped this module, still got 90 overall. So, don't have to worry about this module. There are a lot of things like this in PTE. Only a person who has experienced it would understand more about it. Not a priority. You can just skip this. All right. Next comes summarize written text, copy 2 full sentences. Full, I mean full, not half, not half, not half. Don't try to write on your own. Don't use this Einstein's brain too much. Don't try to impress the software. With that thought, you go 100% marks gone. The things are very simple here. It's a computer. Summarize written text, you try to use your hidden vocabularies, because you are from IELTS background. In IELTS, you need to change the words. And if you try to do it here, definitely software will not know that this is the synonym of it and marks will go down. Trust me on this, we have seen enough of it. Copy 2 full sentences from the paragraph, don't copy half. After a full stop, copy, 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 copy. If you find a question mark, don't copy that. If at all you find a full stop, copy entire sentence, do that one more time in between. That's it. Comma, connector, and, or, but, at, so, fanboys, for, any of them, FANBOYS, fanboys, you check for, and, nor, but, at, or, at, so. I think I spoke extra one. Any of these, sorry on the background noise, any of these you can use, you will get the same marks. Summarize written text, 4 to 5 marks max towards your writing and speaking. Not a huge priority. In the end, put a full stop. Don't forget, if you put a, if you forget to put a full stop, big 0, be very careful. Essay, again I am telling you, we have again seen people getting 61 writing, rest all 82, 83, 84, speaking 90, reading and listening 83, 84, writing 61. Why? Because they are using the template which asks you only to fill 2 words, rest all 220 words essay covers. Nakul, why don't you give this? I can give this, but it is not going to help you, isn't it? Simple way. So, don't use templates that demand only 1 or 2 keywords to write, because it's so tempting to write this thinking, if I write on my own, I make enough grammatical mistakes. Then when will you improve, guys? You go to Australia and you land in a job, your boss asks you to write an email, right? Let's say. In the PT core, we have writing an email, by the way, essay is not there. And if you cannot write without mistakes, then what's the point of going there? Here, you prepare, you mold yourself. Put that effort, then when you go there it becomes easy, otherwise later at least you need to struggle. Okay? Don't use templates that demand you to write 1 or 2 keywords, just fill the topic name. All those will not work for 65 or 79. For 50, 58 it is fine. For not even 58, 58 is fine in the worst case, but not for 65 or 79. Remember this. Write 4 to 5 sentences on your own, and when you write, avoid writing only simple sentence. Technology is a boon for everyone. Using mobile, we can do this. Don't write very small sentences. You got to use the connectors, that is compound sentence. You got to use subordinate conjunctions like though, even though, although, as, since, because, and make a complex sentence, or using the word which, that, I went to a place which was very good. This is a complex sentence called relative clause. All this you need to write. For this you need the feedback. If you join our course, we give the feedback, but if you think you know these things, then you don't need a course. The video is still enough. Check for spellings, check for spelling, check for spellings. If you make, let's say, 5 spelling mistakes, most probably you'll get out of, let's say, one essay 12 marks. You're going to get 2 or 3 only, because spelling is given more preference than the content. Content is not a priority. Will all this be applicable for email, writing an email as well? Yes. Writing an email, we have made a video I think last Saturday. You can have a look in the YouTube. I have given 2 templates you can follow, but yes, same things. Try to write 4 sentences, simple, compound, complex, no spelling mistake, no grammatical mistakes. Content not a priority, but people from IELTS background would mostly think content, it's a computer. It is not going to evaluate you much on the content, it will evaluate you on the other parameters. Unlike IELTS, where the content is a priority because a human is reading it. Here it is a machine reading it. Content is not a priority because it has some problems. It cannot give you preference on the content. Same is applicable even for the essay or writing an email, that means PT Core or PT Academic, same principle. Alright. Tip number 9. Yes, reading, writing, fill in the blanks. I've been hearing from my students lengthy sentences, big paragraphs, not getting time at all unless you know the grammar methods. Lengthy paragraph, you read every line by line, it's going to occupy a lot of time, isn't it? You need to directly jump to the blank and make a guess using grammar. If it works, bingo. If it doesn't work, then read. Read only in the worst case. All of this you need to employ. I have shared many grammar videos for the same reason. Many have not even looked into it, thinking, oh, it's so difficult to learn. If it was very easy, everyone would get 90 overall. No, it has to be difficult, and you need to study. Let's say you are at 100 kilometers from your destination. You have multiple choices. You can reach your destination by public transport. You can reach your destination by taking a lift. You can reach your destination in your own car. Let's say you don't have any of these possibilities. You can reach the destination by walking, but trust me, some are running, marathon runners, some are sprinting, because it depends on their caliber. Because there is no public transport available, no car, no lift. You have to run, you have to walk. You do that, you will get 90. Otherwise, you will be stuck wherever you are right now. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks, I am not scaring you, but yes, lengthy paragraphs are coming, which can be little difficult for some people to grasp what it is. So, you need the grammar, you need reading skills, you need collocations. Read every day 1 hour of reading activity. Do every day 1 hour of reading activity, like reading a novel or reading a newspaper like bbc.com without fail. Grammar based, context based, collocation based, see, it will be equally divided. Trust me on this. 30% or 33% will be based on grammar based. From my experience, I have been in touch with my students who have been giving exams on an everyday basis. Everyone is saying so much was based on grammar, so many things were based on collocation, and sometimes we were not able to use either of them. That is where you need to rely on reading skills, context based. The same is applicable for reading, fill in the blanks as well, and comes choose multiple answers, skip, select one and move on. I am telling you, all these are still working, it will work. We have been testing it, people are getting the scores. Otherwise, I would be the first person to tell you, to make a new video and tell you that this is not working. You need to give importance to choose multiple answer or choose single answer. Until then, I am telling you, choose one and move on. Don't worry about negative marking here, there is no negative marking, but they have told there is a negative marking. Don't worry, it is not going to make a difference. Click one and move on. Reorder, max 1.5 minutes or 1 minute. Don't give a lot of time here. This hardly contributes 4 or 5 marks. We have seen instances where students completely skipped it, so that they got extra time, and using that time they were able to solve reading, fill in the blanks comfortably and still got 90. See, the way the software works is different. One who tries to interpret it without having much experience is going to make a fool out of himself, which I did in the beginning. It took me a lot of time. It's been 5.5 years I've been seeing the software and understanding a lot many things, a lot new revelations on an everyday basis. So, this is not a priority, I am telling you. Even if 3 question comes, you try doing your best. Don't skip it, I am telling you. Attempt 1.5 minute you give. If you are still not getting right answers, if you are not convinced, don't give extra time. Randomly, you should drag the answers randomly, A, B, C, D, B, C, E, D, whatever you want, you drag and move on. If you are stuck here with 10 minutes of time, then you cannot solve reading, fill in the blanks. You will not have any time left. Reading, fill in the blanks, you get 30 marks. This is 4 or 5 marks. Don't fall into the traps. Even the modules are arranged in a way that you spend more time on this so that you get less time to other modules and give exam. Swipe your card and give exam again. At the end of the day, it's a kind of business. So I would recommend don't spend more time on this even in February 2024. All right, reading fill in the blanks. It's not lengthy paragraphs here, but yes, the paragraphs are mostly driven based on grammar based context collocation, so you don't have a choice. You have to learn. Repeated questions, I am not a fan of repeated questions. If you want, you can study them. There are so many xyz.coms wherein you get repeated questions, but out of let's say 1000%, 1 or 2 will get repeated questions. We have database. We have seen people giving exams more than 30 times. Those kind of people are telling me, one attempt I got 1 question, next 10 attempts I never got any question. You need to be lucky for that. Instead, put that effort, learn the strategies, whatever the question comes, you can do it. No, that's the easiest way to do it, not this. This seems like an easiest way to do it, but you will just fall into your own traps. Okay, so choose single answer. It's the last module of reading. If you still have some time left, you can solve it and choose the correct answer. If you don't have time, or if you feel like I don't want to do it, I'm bored, click one and move on. This in any way will not contribute marks, I'm telling you. We have skipped all these modules and still got 90, trust me on this. Click one and move on. Then comes listening, summarize spoken text. Not a huge priority, but yes, important. You can consider some 6 to 8 marks if there are 2 questions. Again, just like written lecture, use phrases, otherwise your writing marks will go down, your listening marks will go down at least by 2-3 marks. There are some difficult modules. Repeat sentence, write from dictation, listening, fill in the blanks. All these contribute marks to your listening, and except repeat sentence, listening, fill in the blank, write from dictation contributes marks to writing. They are difficult modules. There 100% you make mistakes. This is easy module. This here also you make mistakes, marks gone. Everything will just come down. So here make sure you get as much as possible because it's an easy one to do it. Same way as you do the written lecture, use phrases instead of keywords. Make sure to write 65 plus is what I usually recommend, less than 70. Add some dummy data in the end if you are not able to write more, but 65 plus, less than 70, 0 spelling mistakes, 0 grammar mistakes. Content not a priority. Listen to the audio whatever you can. 5 seconds listen, 5 seconds write, 5 seconds listen, 5 seconds write. This do it for 4-5 times. 40-second audio is enough for you. And make sure you write less than 70, more than 60, but I would recommend personally 65 plus for a better score. If you have 5 spelling mistakes here, it's going to be mostly 0. Be very careful. Write those words which you are comfortable in the spelling. All right. And then comes 3 to 4 phrases is enough. Don't have to write 5-6 phrases. 3 to 4 is more than enough. All right. 0 spelling mistakes. Choose multiple answer. Skip. When this audio plays, you don't have the privilege to skip, to click the next button, because next button will not be activated. You got to listen to the audio. All these are same for PT Academic or PT Core, irrespective of that, I'm telling you. You have to click next once it is available to click next, means once the audio starts. You try doing it. Once the audio ends, if you know the answer, well and good. If you don't know the answer, also well and good. Select one and move on immediately, because once the audio ends, next button will be activated. You spend 30 seconds extra on this. You cannot do the last module right from dictation. Right from dictation contributes 40 plus marks to listening, 40 plus marks to writing, 80 marks. This will not give even 1 mark. 1 mark you can consider, but no. Don't spend time here. You know the answer, well and good. You don't know the answer, well and good. Once the next button is activated, click one and move on. Pearson says negative marking, no negative marking and all. Don't select 2, 1 is enough, move on. Wait for the audio to finish, click one and move on. Listening, fill in the blanks, very, very important. This decides your listening and writing scores. Why it's important? Integrated module contributes some 10 to 12 to 15 marks to listening, 10 to 12 to 15 marks to writing. Capital, small doesn't make any difference. You can write all caps, all small. After full stop, if there is a blank, I need to write capital, right? Either you write small also, it is not going to make a difference. We have already tested it. Spelling should be perfect. Use grammar knowledge to understand S sounds or ED sounds. What is this? I will give you a small indication. A newly discovered class of A has to come. After of noun will come. All these are grammar based. If A is not there, then it is plural noun. Class of vaccines or a vaccine. What I am telling you, even before the audio plays, I know whether singular should come or plural should come. Development of, after of noun should come. Noun is here. Development of A broadly protective narrative or development of broadly protective narratives. If A is not there, S will come. If A is there, S will not come. We will just play the audio. You yourself will figure out.
A newly discovered class of antibodies in human blood can neutralize
antibodies. You write antibody, marks gone. Or class of an antibody. If an, this is the article concept. If an is not there, S will come.
Different types of the flu virus and could be key to the development of broadly protective vaccines against
vaccines or development of a broadly protective vaccine. A is not there, S will come.
The seasonal viruses, scientists say. Circulating flu viruses constantly mutate, so we need annual influenza virus vaccines to keep pace with continuing viral evolution.
With continuing, here we don't have much, the strategy.
The researchers behind the discovery said in a statement. Our
work is singular, work is singular. This entire thing is a concept. Vaccine is a concept, it should be a fact. When it's a fact, remember subject verb agreement, he eats, they eat. This is subject verb agreement. Subject, noun, verb, agreement. They agree on a rule that if you are singular in the present tense, the verb will have s. If you are plural, verb without s. Here work is like he eats. If works are there, it is like they. Eats and eat. He eats. Here something with s has to come. Now listen to this word.
Statement. Our work suggests that the
suggests. S will come as per grammar, but you cannot listen to it. Trust me on this, using grammar you got to fix. Learning grammar is a must. Suggests, antibodies, vaccine. They are all nouns. Antibodies, vaccine. Suggests is a verb. Subject verb agreement. Continuing is a simple one. Like this, so many things are there. You learn grammar, it will be useful in one or the other way. Highlight correct summary, click one and move on. Even for PTE Core or PTE Academic, whatever it is, click one and move on. And trust me, highlight correct summary is not even there in PTE Core. This module they have just taken off, because all these will not give marks. In PTE Academic it is there, in PTE Core it is not there. Whether it comes or not does not matter, click one and move on. Okay, and then choose single answer, click one and move on, whether for PTE Academic or PTE Core. Trust me on this. Select missing word, click one and move on. In the end, before the audio finishes, beep sound will come. You have to guess what is that word and see the options. Click one and move on. You know the answer, select. Otherwise, once the audio finish, click one and move on. Highlight incorrect words. Integrated module, 10 to 12 to 15 marks to listening, 10 to 12 to 15 marks to reading, because listening and reading skills are involved. Don't read whatever you listen. 90% of the people read what they listen. Listen separately, read separately. What I mean by that, I'll show you here with a small paragraph.
Whether it's the cubes in your cocktail.
Whether it's the cubes. We heard cubes and we end up reading curbs as cubes, because we heard sound waves reach first. Ideally the light wave should reach first, but we are little slow. We allowed the sound waves reach our ears, formed an image of cubes and end up reading curbs as cubes. And then what we think, we read it as cubes and don't select. It's highlighting incorrect word, the module, you have to select this. You can select it only when you listen separately, read separately. You need to consciously bifurcate it. You don't need a lot of practice for this, it's a reading skill. Take a novel, take a newspaper and read, automatically this module fixed, problem fixed. If you don't, keep on only practicing, it's not going to make a difference. Read what is there, don't read what you listen. I repeat, don't read what you listen. Listen and read separately. Whatever is there you read, don't read whatever you listen. Hope you are getting it, hope you are getting it. Be very careful, negative marking is there in this module. This is the only module where actual negative marking is there. In doubt, don't select. If you don't select, there is no negative marking. Negative marking is only when you select a word which is not an incorrect word.
Whether it's the
and then comes right from dictation, integrated module, 35 to 40 marks to listening, 35 to 40 marks to writing. Writing, even for PTE Core or Academic, comes from this module, and reading module, not from essay or writing an email. It is this module that contributes marks, a lot of marks. The plain audio, he goes to market every day and eats the mangoes. This is the audio. There are 10 words here. He goes to a market every day and eats the mangoes. 10 words are there. You write exactly as it is, you get 10 marks to listening, 10 marks to writing. Simple. On top of that, you have these many strategies. Work efficiently, definitely, for both PTE Core and Academic, because it's the same software. Sequence doesn't matter. You can write a market goes he to and eats mangoes the every day. This is utter nonsense, Nakul. What is this? Grammar wrong. Will it give mark? Yes. Tested, thoroughly tested. You can write in any sequence, you can write in random order. You don't have to remember the order in which the words come. Mr. Jack went to places like Singapore, Australia, Philippines and some islands. You can write Mr. Jack went to some islands, Singapore, Australia. In any way you write, you will get the marks. Remember this. You can add extra words, there is no limit, but you will not have a lot of time to add. By the time you come here, 3 or 4 minutes will be left. Within 3 or 4 minutes, you need to finish 3 or 4 questions. 1 minute or less than that per question. Don't keep on adding some 20 words and all, 4 or 5 words you can add. What you can add? Singular noun, plural noun. Antibody or antibodies? Both you write. Vaccine or vaccines? Verb, suggest or suggests or suggested. Verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb S, all you write, and add some articles in the end, ye and the. Without any fail, ye, the in the end, simply add, so that if you missed that, you will get marks for that. Add extra spellings. Vaccine, VACC or single C? Add both the spellings. VACINES, VACCINES. Will I be penalized? No, whichever is correct, you get the marks for that. Capital, small is not going to make a difference. Even in 2024 February, it is working, it will work. Oh shit, I think first letter I forgot to make capitalized. Will I lose marks? No. Oh, I think I forgot to put a full stop. I think that's the reason I got 40 overall. You put a full stop, next exam, you will get 40 overall only. Full stop, comma, no marks. If you really want, you put one dot in the end. Otherwise, it's not going to make any difference. Hope you are getting it. Whatever to the best of my knowledge I have shared. But before we end, I'm just gonna show an illustration of right from dictation.
Electric cars reduce emissions, promoting cleaner transportation methods.
Electric cars reduce emissions, promoting cleaner transportation methods. There are two different phases.
Electric cars reduce emissions, promoting cleaner transportation methods.
8 words are there. Electric cars, cars. Reduce, this is the answer I am writing. Reduce, reduced, reducing. If you want, you can put emissions, emissions. See, if you are confident, no need to add. If you are not confident, add both the words. Promote, promoting, you can add. But promoting will give you marks. Promote, will I get negative marking? 100% no. Cleaner, if you forget clean or cleaner, add both. Transportation, transportation. Method, methods, ye and the. This is how my answer looks like. If I write this, will I get marks? Absolutely yes, you get 8 out of 8. But simply adding words will not give you. When you add extra words, it should match. It should match. I think to the best of my knowledge, I have furnished all the details. This is absolutely true with respect to PT Academic and Core. Though PT Core is yet to have the first exam. Students have the first exam on February 12th, but it will definitely work because it's the same software. Fine guys, I think I really have provided you the right information. If you like the video, do like, leave your comment and subscribe to this channel. Well, if you think this is worth sharing it to your friends, please do so that someone else will make use of it. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PT Academic. Soon I'll be back. If at all you need an online paid course for PT Academic or PT Core or NATI or IELTS, you can WhatsApp us. The number is in the description. The link is in the description. We will be there. I'll be there to help you guide your right direction. Fine guys, soon I'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.